A 28-year-old man, had been in a relationship with my girlfriend for about 3 years. Everything seemed fine, or so I thought, until an innocent group chat revealed how little I truly knew about her. We were part of a tight-knit friend group that had been meeting regularly for years, game nights, bar outings, movie marathons, you name it. One day, we started a group chat to discuss the logistics for a weekend trip we were planning, who's driving, who's bringing food, and so on. It was all lighthearted until someone made a joke about secrets coming out during the trip, referencing an old scandal about one of our friends. I didn't think much of it at first, but then my girlfriend chimed in with a cryptic comment. Well, secrets have a way of revealing themselves at the worst times. Trust me, I know. The chat fell silent for a moment. One of our more curious friends jokingly asked, "What did you do?" "Spill." She responded with laughing emojis and wrote, "Let's just say I've done some things I'm not proud of. Haha. That's when my gut began to churn. Normally, she was all for sharing wild stories, but something about her tone felt different this time. I didn't say anything in the group, but I leaned over to her on the couch and asked, "What was that supposed to mean?" She looked at me, her expression immediately defensive. "It's nothing, just a joke." But I didn't buy it. Later that evening, someone else in the chat pressed her further, asking about her comment. To my growing discomfort, she replied, "It's really not a big deal. Everyone makes mistakes, right? Besides, it's not like he knows." She added a winking emoji. My heart dropped. Could have meant anyone, but the implication was clear enough that it felt like a punch to the gut. I stared at my phone, rereading her message while the chat exploded with reactions. "OMG, spill." And "Wait, are we talking about cheating?" flooded in. Then she sent a message that changed everything. "Fine. I hooked up with someone at that music festival last year, but it was a one-time thing and I was drunk. It doesn't even matter now." The group chat went wild. "No way. Does he know?" And other shocked reactions filled the screen. My mind went blank. That festival had been one we attended together. I had left early on the last night for an early work meeting the next day, but she stayed behind with friends. She had even insisted I go, saying, "You don't have to worry about me. I'll catch a ride back." I had trusted her completely, but now it was all falling apart. Sitting next to her, I put my phone down and looked at her. She was staring at her screen, her face pale. "Care to explain?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. She looked up at me, her eyes wide. "It's not what it sounds like." I stood up. "Then what exactly is it? Because it sounds like you cheated on me." The notifications kept pinging as people in the chat debated whether she was joking or serious. She reached for my arm, her voice desperate. "It was stupid, okay? I was drunk. I barely even remember it. It didn't mean anything. You didn't think it was worth telling me? Instead, I get to find out in front of all our friends." My voice was rising, and I no longer cared who heard. Her tone shifted, becoming defensive. "I didn't tell you because I knew you'd overreact like this. It was a mistake, and I didn't want to ruin what we had." "What we had?" I repeated, the disbelief evident in my voice. "You mean a relationship where I trusted you completely and you kept secrets like this?" She stood up too, crossing her arms. "I said it didn't mean anything. Why are you blowing this out of proportion?" Blowing it out of proportion? She had cheated on me, lied about it, and casually let it slip in a group chat as if it were some harmless anecdote. I couldn't believe her audacity. I didn't say another word. I grabbed my keys, walked out of the apartment, and left her behind, calling after me. I drove aimlessly, replaying everything in my mind. Her excuses, her defensiveness. It all felt like a slap in the face. The more I thought about it, the angrier I became. She hadn't just cheated. She had mocked my trust, treating it like a burden rather than the core of our relationship. By the time I returned later that night, my mind was made up. She was sitting on the couch, her eyes swollen from crying. "You just left," she said, her voice shaking. "I needed time to think," I replied coldly. "And now I've made up my mind." Her face brightened slightly, as though she thought I might forgive her. "I'm so sorry. I know I messed up, but we can work through this." "No," I said firmly. cutting her off. "We can't. I'm done." She froze, blinking rapidly, stunned. "What? You're just going to throw everything away over one mistake?" "One mistake," I scoffed. "It's not just about the cheating. It's the lies. It's the fact that you never planned to tell me. And the way you casually joked about it like it was no big deal. You've disrespected me in every possible way." Tears streamed down her face, but I felt no sympathy. She tried to turn it around, blaming me. "You've been distant lately. Stop. If you love your parents, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you didn't like the video or subscribe to the channel, it means you don't love them. If you don't love them, then write hate in the comments. Continue." I felt like you didn't care, and that night I was vulnerable. I shook my head. "Don't you dare try to make this my fault. You had every opportunity to tell me the truth, but you chose to keep it a secret. You don't get to rewrite history now." Her demeanor shifted, becoming cold. "Fine. If you want to end things, then go ahead. But don't act like you're perfect. You've had your flaws too." "Maybe I'm not perfect," I said, grabbing a box from the closet. "But I never cheated on you. Start packing." She stared at me wide-eyed. "You're kicking me out?" "Yes," I said bluntly. "This is my apartment. You've been living here rent-free while I've paid for everything. You can stay with one of your friends or figure it out, but you're not staying here." She tried everything to change my mind, crying, yelling, even threatening to tell her friends I was being unreasonable. But I didn't budge. By the next morning, she was gone, leaving only a few boxes of things she couldn't carry. In the days that followed, the group chat was a mess. Some friends supported me, expressing their shock and backing me up. Others tried to stay neutral, saying it wasn't their place to judge. One person, however, defended her. "Everyone makes mistakes. Don't you think you're being too harsh?" I shut that down immediately. Cheating isn't a mistake. It's a choice. She chose to betray me, and now she's facing the consequences. News spread quickly, and soon mutual friends were asking for details. I kept it simple. She cheated. I found out. I ended it. That's all there is to say. Meanwhile, she tried to paint herself as a victim, telling people I had overreacted and kicked her out with nowhere to go. One of my closer friends called me, saying, "She's telling everyone you left her homeless." I laughed bitterly. Homeless? She has family, friends, and plenty of places to stay. She's just mad she can't manipulate me anymore. I focused on moving forward. I changed the locks on my apartment, blocked her number, and removed her from all my social media accounts. She tried reaching out through mutual friends, but I made it clear I wanted no further contact. The final straw came when she showed up at my workplace, demanding to talk. Security escorted her out, and I filed a formal complaint to ensure she couldn't come back. Months later, I heard she had moved in with one of her friends. I felt a sense of closure, knowing I had fully removed her from my life. Looking back, I realized her cheating was just the tip of the iceberg. Her entitled behavior, her refusal to take responsibility, and her manipulation of others revealed a deeper problem. Ending things wasn't just the right choice, it was the only choice. Now, I'm focused on myself, building a future free of her drama. If there's one lesson I've learned, it's this: trust is everything, and once it's broken, there's no going back.